So let's dive into this game. Team USA barely edging out Germany in their final exhibition game before the Olympics in Paris.
Yeah.
This was definitely not the easy win everyone was expecting.
Right.
Germany even took the lead in the third quarter, turning what should have been a pretty routine win into a real nail-biter.
It's really interesting to see Germany, push Team USA to their limit like that. I mean, we're talking a team stacked with NBA superstars, and they had to really fight for that win against Germany.
Yeah.
A German team that's really kind of coming into their own on the global stage.
Right.
That says something about how international basketball is evolving.
Yeah, it was not the cakewalk that I think a lot of people were anticipating.
Right.
But, even looking past the final score, for me, what was really striking was Germany's resilience. It felt like they matched Team USA's intensity every step of the way,
Yeah.
and at times even seemed to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, and I think that's what makes this deep dive so interesting. We're not just looking at a box score.
Right.
We're looking at those tactical little nuances. So, for example, Germany using a zone defense, which really seemed to throw Team USA off balance,
Yeah.
particularly in that third quarter.
That third quarter surge by Germany was something else.
Yeah, it was something.
Andreas Obst was just lights out from three-point range.
Yeah.
Hit 5 threes. I think he ended up with 14 points total. What do you think was behind that sudden shift in momentum?
Well, I think
Was it tactical adjustments about Germany, or was Obst just hot?
Well, I mean, Ops was definitely a huge factor.
Yeah.
I think Team USA might have underestimated his shooting range a little bit, gave him some open looks that he absolutely took advantage of. But Germany also used some really smart off-ball screens and cuts, created space for their shooters. So, it wasn't just luck. It was good strategy, well executed.
And speaking of execution, let's talk about LeBron James.
Oh, yeah.
He did what he does best, right? Took over in the clutch, scored the final 11 points for Team USA.
Yeah.
It's like he flipped a switch and just decided the game was over.
Yeah. I mean, LeBron just thrives under pressure, and his stat line really shows it. 20 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 3 blocks.
Yeah.
A really dominant performance, but it does make you wonder, did Team USA rely too much on LeBron's individual brilliance? Could that be a problem against teams that are more disciplined at the Olympics?
It's interesting you say that because LeBron was obviously the hero of the game.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Joel Embiid had a solid game, too.
Yeah.
15 points and 8 rebounds.
Yeah.
Drew Holiday was huge in the first quarter, scored 8 of his 10 total points really early on.
That's right. And we can't forget Franz Wagner on the German side led Germany in scoring with 18 points.
Yeah.
Showcased a really well-rounded offensive skill set that kept Team USA on their toes. So it wasn't just a one-man show for Germany. They had a bunch of players contributing.
So it sounds like Team USA really had to work for this win, relying on LeBron down the stretch, but also getting key contributions from other players. But the fact that it came down to those clutch plays from LeBron in the final minutes begs the question, did their depth actually kind of work against them at times?
Interesting.
Did they struggle to establish a consistent flow on offense, making them predictable, maybe a bit easier to guard?
Yeah, that's a really good point. Team USA might have more individual talent, but I think Germany really showed the importance of playing as a team, playing disciplined basketball.
For sure.
They moved the ball well, found the open man, executed their game plan really effectively.
It wasn't just about scoring either. Germany played some really tough defense, forcing turnovers, making it hard for Team USA to really settle into their usual offensive rhythm.
Right.
It felt like they didn't let Team USA's star power get to them.
Yeah.
They played with a lot of grit and determination.
Which makes you wonder, did this close game expose some weaknesses in Team USA's game? I mean, it's one thing to dominate weaker teams.
Right.
But can they do that against a team like Germany that's well-coached, disciplined, and really hungry for an upset?
It definitely raises some questions as we head into the Olympics. Team USA escaped with the win, but Germany gave them everything they could handle.
Definitely.
And with a potential rematch looming in the Olympics, this game could have a big impact on both team strategies and how they approach the tournament.
So let's dig into that a bit further.
Yeah, let's do it.
What specific things do you think Team USA needs to be worried about based on this game? And how do you think Germany can build on this performance to maybe pull off a historic upset at the Olympics?
Right. Well, I think one big concern has got to be Team USA's perimeter defense.
Yeah?
I mean, they let Obst get hot from three-point range, And Germany as a team shot over 40% from beyond the arc.
Right.
Can Team USA afford to be that vulnerable on the perimeter when they're going up against the best shooters in the world?
Yeah, that's the big question, right? I mean, Team USA, they have amazing athletes.
Well, yeah.
So much defensive talent. Tons. But they sometimes rely a bit too much on their individual skills rather than playing together as a unit defensively. And Germany exploited that, moving the ball well, finding the open man,
Right.
getting those high percentage shots.
It felt like their whole game plan was built around disrupting Team USA's rhythm.
Absolutely.
You know, forcing them into tough shots, contested possessions.
Yeah. Pressing on defense, forcing turnovers, making it hard for Team USA to run their usual fast break offense.
Right.
It was like they flipped the script and made Team USA play their game.
And speaking of rhythm, one thing that really stood out to me was the contract and ball movement.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Germany, they seem to have this really fluid, unselfish style,
Yeah.
whereas Team USA, at times, they kind of fell into that pattern of isolation plays, relying on individual talent to break down the defense.
Yeah, it's a good observation. I mean, Team USA's roster, it's packed with players who are used to being the go-to scorer on their NBA teams.
Right.
But on the international stage, where the talent is more evenly spread, that hero ball mentality can really backfire. Germany showed that a well-coordinated team can outmaneuver a team full of stars.
So we've talked about Germany's impressive performance, their strat. This game, this close game could be like a spark that ignites this incredible run for them.
It really could.
And, you know, let's not forget the psychological impact this might have on Team USA.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Knowing that they were pushed to the brink by Germany.
Right.
Or they can be a little what this means for both teams going forward.
Right.
For you, what's the biggest takeaway from all this?
I think the big story here is the shift that's happening.
The best basketball players in the world.
Yeah, I can't wait.
So here's a final question for everyone listening out there to think about. How do you think this close call against Germany is going to affect Team USA in the Olympics? Will they rise to the challenge, reaffirm their dominance, or is this the tournament where the rest of the world
National basketball is evolving.
Yeah, it was not the cakewalk that I think a lot of people were anticipating.
Right.
But, you know, even looking past the final score, for me,
Yeah. I mean, LeBron just thrives under pressure, and his stat line really shows
strategy, their ability to kind of expose some of Team USA's weaknesses. But let's switch gears for a second and talk about that incredible